Hey guys, welcome back. Last time, Steel Samurai came back, we have more samurais, and Maya got kidnapped. Let's get into investigating. Because she got it, kidnapped by basically Henderson's evil twin called the Killer. Or Day Killer. Yeah. Well, at least we were able to get Matt on guard as our client. And we know that he didn't do it, which is very important.
So, what should we do now?
Well, the trial is tomorrow and we only get this one chance. There's only one way to prove Matt on guard's innocence. We have to find the real killer.
Okay, then let's start looking.
So let's go back to the hotel. Please don't let me run into Old Bag. I cannot remember her voice.
Hey, what do you think you're doing? You can't come in without. Good morning. Hold on, it's you. What are you doing around here? I heard poor Juan was killed. Is that true? A bad rerun is what it is. Another Steel Samurai doing the most evil of deeds.
You know, that's not entirely...
I'll have you know that I was a huge fan of Juan's. Why, oh why, do all the stars I'm interested in drop one by one like flies?
Have we not determined that maybe Old Bag is behind some of this? I'm just asking.
It's always been that way ever since I was a little girl in elementary school to class. It was fine. The other kids started calling me Queen Reaper. I swear that's what they dubbed me. Whoever said to talk.
Actually, I wanted to talk about the murder and what happened.
Don't push me, boy. Mr. Nick? I couldn't hear everything she said because she was talking too fast.
Miss Oldback, could you please speak a little slower?
Don't boss me around, you spiky hair smarty pants.
I can't take her seriously. It's kind of hilarious. Okay.
My dear Hammer died a year ago in that dreadful murder. And only recently did I find a star that made my heart go ba-dump again.
Let's just... I love how it's like, we're not gonna go there. I don't know what to say.
I ask you, why does every star I cheer for always end up kicking the bucket? And watch your words. No one's gonna get away with saying bad about my wand.
I haven't said anything.
Huh? I don't believe a word that woman says anyways.
Huh? What woman?
An irritating backwater girl with the afro with a horrible country accent. I mean, what is that manner of speaking supposed to be? Why does she never stop? Honestly, women these days. I don't know what the words of modesty. When I was a young man, I was so beautiful, but despite this, I pressed flowers and restarts and wrote beautiful poetry.
Pearls, are you thirsty?
A little.
Okay, I'll go get you some juice or something.
Thank you very much. Hey, you paying attention? Youngins, stay.
So I'm guessing Miss Oldback heard everything from Lotta. I wanted to ask you about what happened around the time of the murder.
I don't know anything about that. I was here getting ready.
Getting ready for what?
A show, of course. Well, and the press conference afterwards.
Why am I giving her a random country accent? Like, why? Cue mysterious music for the magical press conference.
Anyway, I don't know anything about the murder.
I see.
But, if you're talking about what I saw, that's different. I saw it very clearly. What? I saw the most important moment of the night.
$20 it has something to do with one. But nothing with the murder. The most important part, you don't mean.
Oh, so now you treat me with respect, you disrespectful child. When you speak to your elders, you should always be polite. Really, kids to death.
Please tell me, what did you see? Ooh! Holy shit. Okay, so she's the killer.
Murder last night was gruesome, wasn't it? But then, what murder is it?
Please don't stray onto another tangent, please.
You want to hear more? Let's show you respect and bring this lady a present.
Okay, I'm Well, it looks like the investigation is still in full swing. The hotel staff and the police are running around like a bunch of headless chickens.
I wonder if we can do any investigating of our own in this kind of atmosphere.
Well, gotta roll up the sleeves and try, I guess. I don't think there's anything to look at here.
Hey, you're here! Been waiting for you, Mr. Lawyer.
Lotta.
Hey, Mr. Coppell, they've shown his face.
What?
Arrest him, put him on trial, find him guilty, give him the death penalty.
What's wrong, Lotta? Are you feeling alright?
Looked here and there and up and down the mountain, but it ain't here. So why don't you just hurry up and give it back to me, you creep? What are you looking for? My camera. Camera. It's my lifeblood. I'm gonna die without my $700 camera.
God, here's the thing. I don't think that is, like, even now, that is like, it's not like a super expensive camera, but when you think about it back in, like, the early to mid 2000s, like, god damn, that would have been a really expensive camera back then. How does Girly Pop not get, like, insurance? I don't know. Your camera.
Look, don't lots of people say the criminal always comes back to go to the scene of the crime. And looky, here you are.
Yep, here I am, faced with a lot of trouble.
Huh?
So you lost your camera.
It ain't no ordinary camera. You buy it at a store and it's $1,600 brand new.
God damn, what is she getting? Like, I remember, like, back when I used to, like, want to do film and stuff like that, like, the Red cameras were, like, $10,000, and I'm like, I can't imagine, like, 15 years ago what they would have been, because I'm thinking it's this price. Why does she need a camera that expensive when she was trying to do, like, paranormal investigating? I mean, I guess that makes sense, but, like, as, like, a hobby, a lot of must come from, like, old money that probably dealt with slavery. Like, ancestors, like, not like, you know, her grandpappy.
Huh? But didn't you just say you bought it for $700? I had a nice long talk with the guy at the store. About 5 hours, I reckon. I made this itty bitty scratch on it, and the manager got all huffed in the face. He gave me his talking to and was real mean about it too. He done made me cry after that. When did you lose your camera? Last night, after the murder happened. Must have been when I was busy running around looking into things. That's when I lost sight of my dear, darling, expensive sweetie.
Lotta, what did you capture with that expensive camera of yours?
I don't rightly know. I snapped a shot of anything that caught my eye. So I don't remember. And besides, I couldn't get anything from my big scoop.
I wonder if Lotta's missing camera is even connected to the murder. Why do you have it? Like, okay, so if it's a DSLR, why do you keep it connected? Like, the lens connected to the base of it. Like, that's literally what the case looks like. Lotta, please, tell me what you know about what happened at the time of the murder.
Well, from before the ceremony last night, I was hanging around here in this area. Yeah, actually, I was here until around the time Mr. Engar was arrested.
What were you doing here?
You sure went to school, city boy? Well, wherever a lot of heart goes, there's a story to be found. A big scoop to be had.
A big scoop?
I told you before, I'm gonna be the best tabloid photographer the world's ever seen. Reckon, of course, that means I'm always looking for the perfect shot.
I wonder what scoop she was after this time.
Although, I was on the lookout for the other stars that were here. So, maybe I wasn't here the entire time?
Lotta, are you sure you weren't here the entire time? So you could take a picture for your big scoop?
Well, maybe I was, but that's what real journalists do. I got some juicy inside info, so I thought to myself, why not get a picture for proof?
What kind of story was it that you would hang around here?
Everyone's locked. Sorry, Mr. Lawyer. Can't be telling you that. Trade secret, you know.
Not again. Why does everyone have something to hide?
We've been stopped, haven't we? Yeah, take that, Mr. Lawyer.
I'm glad someone around here is happy. Miss Lotta and your eye rule smile.
We can go to the rooms. Okay, so let's go to Enguards and then we'll go to Corita's. Wait, why are there 2 plates?
Where are we?
We're in Mr. Matt Enguard's dressing room. This is our client's room.
May I help you with something? You're Mr. Enguard's lawyer, correct? I gathered as much. I also looked for lawyers on my end, but to no avail.
How did you know I'm his lawyer?
You were just saying that he's your client. In a situation like this, the only person who would use such a word would be his lawyer.
Wow.
It's a simple deduction, really. The trial is tomorrow, and Mr. Enguard's situation is looking rather grim. So you came here, one stop in your mad dash, to find clues to build his case, correct?
Well, you're not totally right, but you're not totally off either.
It's really not the time to be showing off, Mr. Nick.
I'm Adrian Andrews. I hate to waste time, so let's get down to business.
Alright. She may be of small stature, but her appearances can be deceiving.
This must be his agent. Or manager. I assume the first thing you want to do is I assume the first thing you need to know is what everyone was doing that night, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Then I will tell you. Before the award ceremony, I had dinner with Mr. Engard. In this very room, I might add.
Dinner? What did you eat?
I told you, I hate to waste time with trifling details. If you take a look at the table yourself, you wouldn't need to ask me.
I bet she's a lot of fun at parties.
When the award show was starting, I headed for Viola Hall.
And after the show ended, you came back to this room?
No, I had some small errands to run. I helped with the preparations in the lobby.
Oh, preparations for the post-ceremony show, I guess.
When it was time for the post-ceremony show, I came back to call for Mr. Engard. After that, I went to visit Miss Corita.
And that's when you found his body, isn't it?
You really held strong through everything.
Yeah, she does seem to be mentally tough as nails. So, about you and...
Stop right there. You aren't seriously about to ask how Mr. Engard and I are related, are you?
Sorry.
I have no idea how he could choose you as his lawyer.
Why did you have to go and say something like that?
Mr. Nick, calm down and hang in there. I'll give you a shoulder rub to relieve your stress later, alright?
I already gave you my name earlier, but I'll add that I'm Mr. Engard's manager.
His manager. Speaking of managers, did the victim, Mr. Corita, have one?
No, he did not.
He didn't.
Global Studios has a very different policy from Worldwide Studios, in that Worldwide Studios does not assign individual managers to their stars.
I see.
This industry is very ruthless and unforgiving. Actually, you look quite ruthless and unforgiving yourself to your poor partner. Dragging a little girl like her to places like this, honestly.
You're wrong. I'm doing this to help Mystic Maya.
Pearls, calm down and hang in there. I'll buy you a juice later, alright?
Okay, let's take a look around. Samurai's.
I think the jacket-looking thing is called a hoppy.
Whatever it is, I'm sure something like that would make a great souvenir. Maya would be absolutely thrilled.
Okay, the food, giant...
I don't really like meat.
There's something weird about this way. I just wish I could put my finger on what it is.
Okay, the only thing that I can tell is, like, there's these weird little dots. I'm, like, looking back and forth, and there's, like, a second bone on this one. Looks like dinner 2, Engard Andrews. Looks like, god damn, why more T-bone steaks?
It's probably Mr. Engard's suitcase for someone who was only going to be here for the award ceremony. This is a lot of stuff. Looks like he has about 3 days worth of clothes in here.
Stars really are different from us, aren't they?
The bedroom over there.
That's a bed? Wow, they have really big beds here.
think that's everything. Okay, let's go to Karita's room. Why are there so many bears?
Mr. Nick, where are we?
We're in Mr. Juan Karita's room, Pearls.
Mr. Karita.
The victim, which makes this the crime scene too.
Oh, it's you. So, what's happened? The kidnapper. Has he contacted you again?
Not yet. He probably won't until we win Mr. Onguard's acquittal.
You doing okay, pal? Hanging in there?
I just want Maya to be alright.
We don't have a lot of time left, but I'm gonna help you out as much as I can, pal.
Can you do that, even if we want to look around the crime scene?
And just this once. Special circumstances, right, pal? I'll even tell you everything I know, but you gotta keep quiet. It's my neck on the line here.
Thank you.
Oh, that's right. I got you guys a map of the hotel, pal. Here you go, little missy. Ow! You're giving it to me? Thank you. Wouldn't want to get lost in a hotel too big for its own good. Mr. Nick, I got a map.
That's great, Pearls.
But Mr. Nick, I can't read what it says.
Okay, hold on. Let's look at this map real quick. Okay, this gives us nothing. I feel like that's gonna become important later. Do you know what was the cause of death?
Well, technically, the final autopsy report isn't out yet, but one look at the victim should tell you, pal.
It should.
Yeah, here's a picture.
There's a knife in his chest.
Yep, pal, that's the murder weapon.
So he was stabbed to death.
They're looking at fingerprints down at the lab right now.
There were fingerprints on the knife?
Yep. And it looks like they're pretty sure of Mr. Onguard's print, pal.
That's bad. Real bad. Why was Mr. Onguard arrested?
Because we had evidence on him. Evidence? And looks like the victim, Juan Karita, really put up a big fight.
Why are there so many bears? Are we not addressing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, one look at the crime scene and you can tell. There's signs of a struggle everywhere.
It just looks like there's signs of a shit ton of bears. Was Juan Karita a furry, or was this like his, like, the fans would just give him this? Like, you know how like some K-pop stars, they have like the little like cartoon characters and whatnot, like that's like their signature thing, and then like people like I don't know what all these bears mean. I don't know, and that is the weirdest thing. Why is there a robot one? Like, does anyone remember, what were they called? They were like early 2000s. There was like these robot dogs. Like, they were little tiny, like, toys. And I remember because me and my sister had one. And it just reminded me of that. And I can't, it's like, I want to say Tech 9 or something like, maybe T9, something like that. God, that's gonna bug me to death now.
Well, yeah, during the fight his button came off.
Mr. Onguard said something about a button. Something like one of Jammin' Ninja's buttons got caught in his hakama.
But that's not all.
What?
And there was a witness, pal.
A witness. Who is it?
And that lady, Miss Oldbag.
Please, anyone but her.
And the prosecution has plenty of evidence to make a solid case. And not to mention, something was a little off. Something around where the Vic that was that a little off.
Something that's a little off, as in...
As in, that's for you to figure out, pal.
It's called techno. Okay, sorry, I did look that up. I was looking that up because I was like, I need to know that they were called techno. Because then also you can find like the eye dog or like the little Poochie one, and that's not it. It's called techno. I think we had one of those as like growing up. It's fine.
All right, let's try to figure it out, Mr. Nick.
Hold on. Hold on. The knife is missing. There's a missing knife. So there's one knife with the T-bone steaks. But then you look, I can't tell if it's the same knife, but it looks similar. I wanted to check that. Okay, let's go back to Corita's room. I don't understand the bears.
Wow, there are a lot of bears.
Alarm clock ones, collector's edition stuffed teddies, plastic models. It's pretty overwhelming. Is there a kind of bear he doesn't have?
There's even a few in the trash can.
Yeah, I got a feeling
Maybe the guy didn't really like bears. Was this like something that Ungar did to him? But then they were outside in the fan stuff.
Poor teddies.
It's hard to bear with all these problems. Why is Mo coming back? Why?
I don't think I want to bear with the trauma the last case caused me.
I don't want to think about the last case.
What's wrong, Mr. Nick?
Well, like, was this like a...
Huh. It's so messy here.
Pearl really likes things neat and tidy, I take it.
There are a lot of electronic things in here that I've never seen before. Hey, Mr. Nick, tell me what they are, pretty please.
Okay, that over there is a watch. You wear it on your wrist.
I know what a watch is.
Oops, for a second there, I forgot I was talking to Pearls, not Maya. Suitcase, there's so many things. I bet it barely closes.
Electric shaver. Why is there a calculator?
Do all stores pack too much stuff like Mr. Kurita?
Why is there a rice cooker? Oh. Let's slide over. I want to look at the tomato juice.
Looks like Miss Corita's had dinner last night.
This bottle, it's tomato juice.
We had a lot of food at the award show last night, but I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this.
Up.
Bottles of cosmetics are scattered all over the floor. This is probably where Mr. Kurita fought his assailant.
What are these bits of glass from?
Flower vase, maybe? There are flowers on the floor. I don't know what they are.
You don't know much about flowers, do you, Mr. Nick?
Why is there a fucking cello? Oh, guitar.
This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but it's still usable.
That's strange. The guitar is not here.
Maybe I forgot to bring it to the show.
A Mystic Maya. She said the bright red guitar was the Gem and Ninja's signature item.
That's true. Huh. The guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on the top of the lid.
Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it?
Probably from the vase smashing.
It's a beautiful wine glass, and there's tomato juice in it.
Ew, tomato juice. I don't really like it much.
The bottle over there is probably where it came from.
Doesn't it seem weird?
Well, what seemed weird?
I mean, everything else is scattered all over the floor.
She's right. The flower vase was broken, and makeup is strewn everywhere.
Why is the glass the only thing that's still alright?
Why are there
So that's a bed.
Yeah, it's a bed.
Ah, Mr. Nick, it's so soft.
Big beds must be a rarity.
We already had that. Okay. I think we have looked through everything that we can. Okay. Nothing to talk to him about. Okay. Which I don't... Let's see if Old Bag gives us anything. Or we come back here. Oh. Oh, Mr. Wright, how are you? Mr. Powers, you've been here the entire time? Yeah, people connected to the murder aren't allowed to go home, let alone leave. Let's see what he has. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. The Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's the sequel to the Steel Samurai. I see. This time, there are 3 samurai brothers. The aluminum samurai, tin samurai, and of course the nickel samurai. It's a love why in Neo Old Tokyo. What is a love why? Okay, is that supposed to be like the straight love triangle? Because if that's the case, can we just call it a love why? A love what? A love why? This girl Sayo works at the tea shop and all 3 guys fall for her at the same time. That's a love polygon. Wait, God, I should know this stuff and I don't. As a romance writer, I should know all of these, but my brain is like the why choose one. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the 3 brothers colliding over this one girl. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Sounds like an unusual situation. Like Romeo and Juliet times 3. Yeah. Strange thing is, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with office ladies. Yes, Pearl.
What happens next? I want to know. Does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
I'm gonna stop watching Kids Masterpiece Theater starting this week.
I can't believe she's really considering it. So what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It's starting from a remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the samurai shows, is geared towards kids. It's a story of a ninja who can't scale a wall but becomes a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. But boy, could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja with a bright red guitar. And then, the final fight in front of his beloved Princess Misola. Jammin' versus the Muromachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jamming cold the night before Battle 3. That's too bad for him. Yeah. But this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Yes, Pearl?
What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin' Ninja, will he be able to sing? What about Princess Misola?
Every Sunday at 8 a.m.
What show should I watch?
The days before you were able to just, like, have them both available and it wouldn't be that big of a deal. I can't believe she's really considering it.
I don't think that there's anything else that we can get from Will. Huh. I have an idea. I wonder if we can show this to Old Bag.
Okay, so that's not helpful at all. Huh. Let's go to the detention center, see if that gives us anything.
Ah, the lawyer dudes. Well, what did you find out? Well, I'm still in the middle of investigating. I see. But I, already told you everything I know, dude.
Can you tell me about the activities?
After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. After I had that post-ceremony stage show to do. I was in Nickel Samurai costume, and you were alone the entire time. My manager was running around busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving the room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. And Mr. Kurita was already dead at that time. We're gonna leave the voice the same, it's fine. Yeah, that's what I gathered from my manager. I'm beginning to gather this guy can't do a thing on his own. And that's when the detective in green coat showed up. Searched me, and then, out of the blue, the dude arrested me. About you and the victim, Mr. Wankorita. What sort of... that's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to make Jimmy... Okay. Where do you need this? Who do you think it'd be the other way around?
Huh. Here's the thing. This has to mean something. But, I can't figure out what. There has to be someone I can show that to. Okay, we did get something different when I asked about this.
The guitar case that was once. I'm guessing you've seen this case before. It's pretty famous right now. It stands out because it holds the bright red guitar. The bright red guitar, the Jammin' Ninja's signature item.
If the guitar is so important, how could he forget it for the award ceremony?
That does seem a little strange.
Okay. So we have that. I don't think that there's anything else that we can give him. I don't think Lada has anything. I did glance a little bit. Let's see. The guitar case. Oh, that's what I just heard, pal. That's the Jammin' Ninja's signature item. The guitar case? No, not that. What do you think me as? I mean the guitar inside, of course. But the guitar is missing. Yeah, we looked for it too. It's not normal for a person to forget their most famous item to a award show.
It's starting to sound like that red guitar is related to the case after all. So, about this wine glass.
So you noticed it, pal. Oh, crime scene was a mess, but this glass was the only thing that was untouched.
You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe?
No, actually, Miss Von Karma noticed it first.
Yeah, Pearl's noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute. So does that mean Miss Von Karma's here at the hotel?
Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here.
Well, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000-meter dash.
What's the beeping noise, Mr. Nick?
I've heard this sound somewhere before.
It's Miss Von Karma. Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops out of nowhere and whips me.
Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened the last time.
Sorry, I gotta make myself scared. Later, pal. Ow!
At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Would it be too much to ask of you to be nice for me for a change?
So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you.
Ow!
Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat. I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Detective, come over here for a second.
I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared, he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix Wright, you have soiled my perfect prosecution record. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is that all this means to you? What? Come, Scruffy, the investigation briefing is about to begin.
Yes, sir.
This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. What does she throw at me now? What is this?
Well, I guess this means I gotta get back to the precinct now, pal. You never need me, come down to the criminal affairs department, alright? And if you can't, try not to let Ms. Von Garma see you.
So now we have... Oh. This.
Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper?
It's called an autograph.
Autograph?
The paper's got Mr. Corita's name written on it, so it's his autograph.
I can't read it at all.
To be honest...
I've never seen writing that looks like this.
It's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here, see how it says "to my dearest Wendy" in more normal letters here?
The sloppy, unreadable writing. It's crazy and cruel to give this to someone.
Hold on. Wendy, I've heard that name somewhere before. Is this how we... This is how we get Obag. Really? Okay, hold on. Okay, just in case. I think... Okay, yeah, we know about the lock. I think she said something about giving her something precious. And I don't think we have anything else to do. Oh, she did actually straight up ask for it. So we had the Magatama. Why is it 4 when it is one piece of information?
Alright, I'll be honest with you for now.
Then please, tell us what you saw.
But, oh, what a waste. And here I have a perfect good chance to have a little fun with you youngins at you youngins' expense. I am a little devil after all.
Doesn't that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want.
That's Juan's autograph.
Yes, it is.
And it even says, "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Obag, so Wendy has to be me, right?
Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it.
Oh, please, give it to me. Let me have it, please.
I can't let you have it just like that.
Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Why was it 4?
Wow, she must really want this autograph.
My offer isn't good enough for you. Fine, Mr. Wright, you win. Wendy Obag, ready to open up her heart all for my dearest Juan.
I cannot get it. Why was that 4 when it was one piece of information?
Autograph. Okay, so that goes to quote unquote Wendy dearest.
I feel bad for you now. I'll tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room.
You're kidding.
Oh no. It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It's just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet, minding my own business.
And did you tell that to the police?
Well, of course. I thought I couldn't get a gift certificate or 2 out of it. Maybe more. Gift certificate? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know, the trial tomorrow. And this time you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. Mr. Ongard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about details like that. I know he did my poor Juan, and I just do. A yellow-bellied chicken. Yellow-bellied chicken. I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad, and I say he did it.
Did you also say that about Will?
Wouldn't it What did Mr. Engard ever do to deserve this?
You don't know that guy. He framed my wand. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick!
What is it?
What's a scandal?
Oh, I'll tell you about that after we get home, okay?
Poor Juan led astray by the will to that foul temptress. Mr. Nick, what does vials and wild temptress mean?
How about we just listen to what Miss Oldback has to say, okay? Pearls? So, Miss Oldback, who's this woman you're talking about?
Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy, he shoved the girl into Juan on purpose.
His own manager, but why?
That the lawyers were smart. They're supposed to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. Juan into a scandal to drag his reputation to the mud.
Sounds like a pretty standard definition of scandal to me. Why do you know about that anyway, Miss Oldbag?
I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there gathering information. There's nothing I don't know.
And do you have proof that Mr. Engard did what you say he did?
Next week's issue of a certain magazine says so.
Of course, a tabloid.
Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet?
Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that?
Okay, so let's go talk to Adrian. Oh wait, I went to the wrong place. Shoot! Okay, he has nothing. We still need the camera. Okay, we can't get anything out of her. Okay, maybe... There's a part of me that is like, there has to be someone else that we can talk to. Okay, I guess we go to the Criminal Affairs Department. I guess we don't have anything else.
Huh. Doesn't look like Mr. Scruffy Detective is here.
Great, now even Pearls is calling him Scruffy. Francisca. They said something about an investigation briefing earlier. Why don't we come back and try again later when they're done?
Okay, I guess that's all we can do, right, Mr. Nick?
Okay, so there's nothing else we can do here. Huh, I wonder if we can look at the cameras. There's nothing else really here. Huh. Okay. I did actually... This might be interesting. You were the one taking care of the arrangement for the press conference, right?
Yes, that was right.
Mr. Engard said he didn't know about it.
Is that what he said?
Huh?
Actually, I didn't know all the details either. It was a request from the publicity department. All I did was help out and do what I was asked.
Oh, I see.
I wonder about that. I wouldn't take her to be the type of person to do something without knowing the details.
Okay, there's nothing else there. Let's see. Okay. Huh. I just had an idea. Going off of what Old Bag said about there being an entire scandal with Juan and Adrian. Let's see showing that profile.
Did you know the victim, Mr. Kurita?
Yes, I knew him.
The world is such a small place after all.
Did you know about his rivalry with the Nickel Samurai?
Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. I've got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Kurita was killed. Do you have any ideas as to why Miss Kurita was murdered? Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? Ooh. Miss Andrews, sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation.
Is it a psyche log, Mr. Nick?
Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately.
Okay. So we don't have anything. Huh. I did find something out. So as I was going through showing the profiles to Will, because I was just like, I wonder if he can give us any information. Because I showed him Matt's, I showed him Juan's, and I showed him Adrian's. He was like, oh, I had a little thing for her. That's Miss Andrews. Actually, I was a bit interested in her for a little bit, just a little.
So Mr. Powers likes this kind of woman. What do you know about Miss Andrews?
Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her, you know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now.
A rumor?
If you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know.
He's so happy he looks like a lion that just found his next meal. Would you mind telling me about this gossip?
So you are interested in it. I figured you would be.
Yeah, I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip too. Oh, really? You too, huh?
Yeah, so take a look at this.
It looks like a tabloid Miss Olbach would read. Alright, let's see. Jammin' Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious,
Hip beautiful manager to the stars, Miss A.A.
You see now, don't you?
What? Can't stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Carita didn't have a manager of his own, which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA,
Adrian Andrews.
Yes, exactly. This is big news.
But it seems kind of odd that woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client.
It's a wonderful thing that can only happen between two people.
Mr. Powers looks so happy.
Hurls is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling.
Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Okay, here's the thing. My first thought is to... We're here. Okay. Okay, Salada's not going to give us anything. Let's go to Adrian. I'd like to ask you... Okay. I wonder if this has anything to do with the Magatama. Let's give it a shot. I don't think this is enough, but considering Obag is like completely unlocked with one, I don't know. Why was Juan Carita... Okay. Why are you hiding? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Ungard's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is that I was not that close to Mr. Carita.
You were not that close.
That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person.
You were not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that.
Do we have enough?
You and Miss Carita had an intimate relationship, did you not?
A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such a rubbish.
Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story.
As to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars.
Standard good.
In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that.
I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone?
Me? Need to get close to Mr. Carita? As if there was ever such a need.
Didn't you get close to
Mr. Carita for this person's sake? Do you really still not understand?
What?
It's not in my nature to enjoy doing things for others.
But you're a manager.
It's called a job. I am in charge of Mr. Engard, the star, not Matt Engard, the man.
Oh.
And you are not my client.
Wait.
We don't have enough information, do we? Okay, we don't have enough information for all of this. Shit. It's fine. Because I took it to the wrong damn person.